Welcome to my achievement Diary Ironman. Fresh off Tutorial Island, the goal of the account is to complete each tier of the achievement diaries, going from easy to elite. In this episode, I'm going to be focusing on the Lumbridge diaries. And to start off the account, I'm going to be completing 2 tasks right off the bat, by thieving this guy until he smacks me in the face. And then asking Hans how old the account is. Next, we need to break into the ham hideout. Doing this at such a low thieving level is going to take a while, so I'm going to utilise this time by going into a bit more detail about the account and some of the long and short term goals. The idea of the account is that I'm going to have to be doing something that's relevant to completing some of the achievement diary tasks of the tier that I'm up to. So considering that I'm on easy tier, I'm going to be doing activities that complete easy tasks until I've completed all the easy tasks, and then I'll move on to the medium ones. So the short term goals are going to be gathering the equipment and the resources, completing the quests and getting the skills required to completing all these tasks. Most of these requirements to complete the easy diaries aren't difficult, but some of the highest skill requirements are 40 mining, 40 woodcutting, 42 crafting to craft a fish bowl for one of the candering tasks, and 47 farming to grow some watermelons to create a scarecrow for a Mauritania task. I'll most likely be getting these skills passively as I complete other tasks, and with the farming I'm just going to try and keep up with good farming routines. The long-term goals of this account will be working my way up to get the requirements to complete all the elite diaries. Some of these requirements are pretty high, like getting a quest cape. Some of the skilling requirements are even higher. I'll go through some of the high ones now. So there's 45 mining, 45 prayer, 90 woodcutting, 90 herb law, which is going to suck, 91 smithing, 91 thieving, 91 farming, 91 rune crafting, 95 slayer, and 96 magic. So it's safe to say it's going to take me a while to do this, but I think having these long and short term goals set are a good way to keep me motivated. Oh yeah, and I thought I'd mention clue scrolls are fair game, unless they make me complete a task in a tier that I'm not up to yet. And a bit of background about myself: I've never played an Ironman before, I've never made videos like this before, I'm not amazing at the game, and I don't know everything. But I'm not terrible at the game, and what knowledge I do have I hope can be effective in the progression of the account. But ultimately I'm doing this because I thought it'd be fun, and I'm excited to experience like a niche Ironman adventure. So I go to the farm patch to get an early start on my farm runs, and browsing through the farm shop to buy some supplies completes a Falador easy task. So I decide after I complete this farm run, I'm just going to go and do some easy tasks that have no requirements to complete. Going to the park in Falador and killing a defenceless dog will complete another Falador easy task. Just filling this bucket with water from this pump will complete another easy task. And then I snuck into Motherlode Mine by waiting for a guy to mine the rock for me. And you can take a hammer from this box, Hot Worlds, and if I try and find a wheel that's broken, when you repair it, that completes another easy task. And here we have 5 thieving. Thieving plays a really important role in the account, not only for money, but we need 27 thieving to thieve from the seed stalls to start on the farming grind. You'll also notice in my inventory that I've got all the ingredients the cook needs for the cook's assistant quest, and I've got the ingredients to make bread. And making bread on this cooking range is a Lumbridge easy task. So just giving the cook the ingredients, and that should complete the quest. For cooking. Okay, back with more bread dough. Let's hope this works. Now I'm back with 12 bread dough, and the first one cooks, typically. So I'm just going to cook the rest up for some food, and then we're going to crack on. And there's X marks the spot completed, and with that you get 200 coins and a beginner clue scroll. Now, most of the time, these beginner clue scrolls, they're not great, but at this time in the account, it can only be an upgrade. And the end of the quest brings you nicely to Port Sarim, where you can do another Lumbridge task, where you just need to go to Entrana. Oh, did I say Lumbridge? I mean Valador. Now we're in the Varrock Museum doing the quiz thingamajig that gives you 9 Slayer and 9 Hunter. We need the Slayer levels to kill the cave bugs in the Lumbridge swamp as a task. Now we're here completing the Room Mysteries quest. This is a prerequisite for 2 of the Lumbridge easy tasks. One of them is just going in here where you mine the rune essence. And the other is crafting water runes. Just completed the clue scroll. Anything can be an upgrade. Well, technically, it's an upgrade. Right, there's 15 woodcutting achieved, and I've also got 15 fire making. One of the Lumbridge easy diaries is to chop and burn some oak logs, so I'm going to do that now. "30 fire making. There's a requirement for the sea slug quest, and after we complete the sea slug quest, we'll be rewarded straight to 24 fishing, which cuts out a lot of the early game. Having 1 agility is really painful, so I've come over to the Gnome Stronghold agility course, not only to increase my run, but one of Lumbridge diaries requires 10 agility to do the Draynor rooftop course, so may as well smash that out while I'm here. And here's Sea Slug completed. Honestly, it takes about 5 minutes, and yeah, 24 fishing. I had a clip of me completing Plague City and getting 15 mining, but it got corrupted, unfortunately. But here's a clip of me making some bronze arrowheads for, well, you'll see. Here we go, back to thieving. Money is something that's really, really tight on this account, so we're going to be doing a load of thieving, and we're going to be doing a load of fletching just to keep the money coming in. We need this money to buy some feathers. And here's all the supplies for 1,000 arrows. There should be plenty of arrows to start some of that early combat range training, and it should be quite a lot of fletching XP too. Now you see me at some charter ships. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be buying the soda ash, and I'm going to be buying the buckets of sand, and we're going to be making some molten glass. This is a fantastic way. It is probably the best way in the game to get crafting XP doing the molten glass. So I'm going to be hopping worlds, buying some, and then running up to the box in Port Sarim to drop off to bank basically. I know you can do this in Port Kazarg, which is much better. It's a much less of a run to the bandbox, but I just don't have the cash to get there and back right now. So I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll just do this here. I managed to get 120 of each, and just making these into molten glass is going to get us some crafting experience. And we need the crafting experience to get some of the really basic range upgrades. This is the last level we're going to get from just making all the molten glass. And we're still going to have 120 molten glass to then get some further crafting experience with, which is really nice. And now we're here in the flax fields completing a kinda an easy task. But we're also here just to gather the flasks so we can make some bowstrings, so when we're ready for a next bow upgrade, we've just got it there. And this is the last crafting level we need to make the leather chaps. We should have everything we need now for our current best in slot range gear. And because I did Plague City and Sea Slug before, I have the levels required to complete the tasks that are in Alcarid for the Lumbridge Easy Diary. There's one task complete, just fishing some anchovies. And here's the last task completed. Now we don't need to come back to Alcarid for a little bit. And here's the Enter the Abyss minigame completed, which will give me the rune crafting levels to craft the water runes for the Lumbridge Easy Diary. And give me access to the Abyss. The thing is about the Abyss is it's extremely dangerous. At this level especially, I will just get one shot immediately, so I can't really utilise it yet. So to complete this task, I need to kill the water wizard near Rimington. It's a 1 in 40 drop for the water talisman. So this is why we got all this range equipment, to try and kill this guy. We're going to be killing this guy for a while. So I've been training at the chickens to get me some basic levels, and I got a beginner clue scroll. So let's do it. And here's the casket. Again, at this point, anything could be an upgrade. And it is an upgrade. And, well, not a useful one yet, but still an upgrade. Now I'm going to show you what a kill on the Water Wizard looks like with a character at this level with this gear. It's not awful. It is pretty slow. And the Water Wizard, I think he hits like a max on 2 on me, which isn't very high, but he's very accurate. He hits a lot. And I'm getting probably like 2.5 kills per trip. Which, yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Now I'm going to show you a clip of what it's like to try and use the Abyss to try and do this task. I've got the most offensive armor on at the minute that I don't care about losing, which is the Ironman armor, and then the wooden shield you get off Tutorial Island. I got some basic food on me. Let's see. Oh, as you can see, taking a shitload of damage immediately, and then just 11 immediately. And with this, that's 20 range and 20 defense. Now, I'm almost out of arrows here. I have killed a lot of these water wizards to no luck, really. So, I've decided to go for some more upgrades, and in the Falador Easy, there's an upgrade to make a blur-eyed crossbow. And believe it or not, that's an upgrade. It's a very, very niche item. It's slightly better than bronze, not as good as iron, but it's a task, so we're gonna go for it. Up to the part of the Night Sword quest where you mine the blurite, and I'm gonna mine as much as I can not only to make the crossbow, but to make some bolts too. The blurite bolts will be my best in slot. But this is a big pain in the arse. These warriors attack you all the time. So what I do is save spot on the behind this stalactite, or stalagmite, I can't remember which one's which. And then just hop worlds. And I do this until I run out of food, basically. And here's the Knight Swords quest completed for a load of smithing experience, but more importantly, the ability to smelt and craft blurite items. And you'll notice I've got all the things in my inventory for Doric's quest. The diary requires me to make these items on his anvils, so yeah, that's the quest completed. And here we go. Getting more of these bars really isn't viable. I had a terrible time with obtaining them, so these are the only blurite bolts I'm going to be using for this whole grind. And when we run out, we're just going to be using bronze. I missed the message, but there's 27 fletching, and with that I can craft an oak shield, which won't give me any range bonus, but it will just give me some defences and not take away from my range attack. And in this clip, we obtain 27 thieving, which will allow us to thieve from the seed stalls. Okay, we have all of our best in slot equipment acquired, and this is the gear we're going to be running to complete the rest of the grind with. I'm hoping all these arrows or bolts are going to be enough, and if not, like I said, I'm just going to be getting bronze ones. I'm not going to be getting more of the blurite. It takes way too long, uses too much food. And the bronze bolts aren't that much worse. I think with the blurite bolts I can hit a max of a 5. The bronze is only a max 4. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. This kill is going to complete our first trip, and although we don't get the water talisman, we get so many more kills per trip with this setup. It's probably because I'm using wines as well instead of chicken. But still, it's a very, very noticeable DPS and survivability upgrades with these upgrades, so yeah, I'm happy with it. And we finally get the water talisman. I don't think you guys understand how long this took. I started off at level 3 combat, I'm now level 22 combat. Yeah, this took over a day. This was crazy. Now we can enjoy the fruits of our labour by crafting these water runes and completing the task. Oh yeah, 3 water runes. And the last tasks to complete are really easy, so let's just smash them out. Killing the cave bugs in the Lumbridge swamp. Yeah, at this point, they're not an issue. And we also got a Slayer helm, so the wall beast doesn't mess us up. Second to last task, just doing a lap on the Draynor agility course, easy. Now I just need to kill a zombie in the sewer. And killing the zombie in the sewer will complete our final task. And with that, you have completed all easy tasks in Lumbridge and Draynor. Gotta go speak to that guy in the 3rd age. Oh, fucking 6 nature runes. And we've done it. We've got the reward. And we've completed all the tasks. Right. With this, the Explorer's Ring 1, it provides a prayer bonus. It also allows us to use low alchemy for free. And will restore our run energy twice a day, which is nice. And with that, that concludes the first episode. Here are the stats I'm leaving off with. Hope you enjoyed.